coming. Thank you so much for tuning in to Alaska Music One presents Juneau Live Studio Concert Series. This is going to feature 5 acts tonight. We've got our first act up and ready to go. We're going to have Annie Bartholomew, Dan Furman, Marion Call, Miguel Rohrbacher, and Kat Moore. The Forest That Never Sleeps. Featured tonight. So we've got a couple hours of good music for you, live music. It's such a pleasure to finally be getting out, to be able to go out and hear live music, to hear people play in person, and I think for performers too, to actually get out and play live in front of people for the first time in a long time, well over a year. So this is Annie Bartholomew's set. She's got her guest, Marion Call, who's going to have her own set later, but they're going to collaborate on this first song. So this is Annie Bartholomew and Marion Call. Please give them a big hand.
In 98, we were Yukon bound, 30 miles, she run aground. Dawson City, no work to be found, only trouble in gold by the pound. I'm gonna lie, gonna cheat, gonna steal, I'm gonna fake all the things I can't feel. And when I meet my Savior, honey, I will kneel and work this room till I get a better deal. And work this room till I get a better deal. Whitechapel woman, dance hall girl, I'll be your sweetheart if you give me a whirl. But ain't no man gonna buy off me, for life is your wife to misery. For life is your wife to misery. From the moment I did decide, I was bathed, I was baptized. Silk and lace be my disguise. I will suffer, I will rise. I'm gonna run, gonna float, gonna fly. I'm gonna swallow all the tears I cried. And if you see me on the by and by, don't you call me by my name, lest I'll die. Don't you call me by my name, lest I'll die. Whitechapel woman, dance hall girl, I'll be your sweetheart if you give me a whirl. But ain't no man gonna buy off me, for life is your wife to misery. For life is your wife to misery. Welcome to the demi-monde. Welcome to the demi-monde. Bienvenue à la demi-monde.
Thank you guys all for coming out tonight and braving this even stranger time following the COVID. I mean, we're not through the pandemic, right? There's folks all over the world suffering through this. But it's very strange to be playing music with my best friends here in Juneau, in front of my best friends and all the folks out there watching. But I'd really like to take a minute and give a hand to all the incredible folks who put this event together tonight. When they asked us to play a small gig for the public at a church, I had no idea it would involve this much amazing technology and coordination, and just a lot of folks put a lot of effort into this, and it is stunning. So we're gonna play another song. I guess we're gonna sing another song from this collection of songs that I'm gonna be debuting a little bit on Monday here in this very church. So this is called Feel My Sin, and it's inspired by narratives of women during the Klondike Gold Rush here in Alaska. So what a better venue. I was like, Marion, do you think we can sing this song here? She said, well, why not? You know, we need all kinds. All right. I'll be your good time gal, be your boardwalk queen, carpet on my back. You know just where I've been, yeah, feel my sin. Feel my sin, feel my sin, feel my sin. When you fall upon hard times, just you know we're gonna win. Where you want to be when that fog rolls in, I'll be on my knees counting diamonds in my grin. Yeah, feel my sin. Feel my sin, feel my sin, feel my sin. When you fall upon hard times, just to know we're gonna win. Be your good time gal, be your boardwalk queen, carpet on my back. You know just where I've been, yeah, feel my sin. Feel my sin, feel my sin, feel my sin. When you fall upon hard times, sister, know we're gonna win. Child, you know we're gonna win. Mama, know we gonna win. Sister, know we're gonna win. Child, you know we gonna win. Thanks so much to Marion Call. So the first song that I played, Kat Moore is going to be doing her own take on piano, which I'm real excited about. Here comes the scary part. Can't remember if that's well, we'll find out. I haven't been playing banjo that long, just 3 years. But it's one of those things you could spend a lifetime doing. And I finally got the chance to study with a fella named Riley Bogus out of North Carolina, who did the banjos in the movie Cold Mountain. So he knows what he's talking about. He taught me this real cool tuning, which I'm trying to get out of. I think that sounds pretty major. This is another song from that Sisters of Whitechapel Klondike Gal songwriting project. It's a survival story about women of the demi-monde. But there were lots of women who came north during 1898. One of them was named Maud Parrish, and she wrote this fabulous book. Only the first 10 pages are about her experience in Alaska, and she ran away from home in San Francisco because a judge wouldn't give her a divorce. But she brought her banjo, and she went to Dawson City with a plan of playing in one of the bands in one of the saloons. But she found out she made way more money as a dance hall girl, where they call them like percentage gals. You would get paid per dance, and then all of the libations that you would help sell, you'd get commission on that. So that's how she made her fortune, stayed for a season, and then got out. This song's called Mountain Dove Song, and it's not directly inspired by her, but I just fell in love with her story of bringing her banjo all the way to Alaska and then getting the heck out a season later. This isn't for me, it's for you. Oh, banjos are just mythical creatures. Kind of have to coax them into playing with you. This guy's got a goat skin head on it. He's extra finicky. He's very shy tonight. The lights are making it very nervous. Just imagine that you used to have concerts before tuners, and you'd get what you get, however that fiddle player was feeling that night. That's how it would sound. So just imagine we're all in some dark saloon right now, or some lonely cabin on a creek side. Down the mountain and my back door money on the table, a scarlet act 2 minutes flat, the horses from the stable. I stay with them all evening, they see me through the night, when frigid love and fallen doves take flight. On Sunday sing Hosanna, kiss your wife to sleep. On Monday at my cabin, my secrets to keep. They see, I see them through the night, when frigid love and fallen doves take flight. They think they can buy my silence. They think, what can money buy? If they tried to sell me back my virtue, I wouldn't waste $1 thinking about the price. Sure, send my ship comes in, rolling up the Yukon. They can knock and they can call, but you know I'll be gone. I'm going to catch a steamer, sure as the morning light, when frigid love and fallen doves take flight. Thank you. Thus concludes the banjo portion of my performance. You're welcome. Oh, thank you. Oh, give it up for April, please. And Miguel Rohrbacher for letting me use his guitar pick. I don't know when I'll learn how to have a guitar pick always on my person, but they always seem to disappear. No matter how long you play. Just get to be one of those lucky people, I guess. Whew. This won't be as painful as the banjo part, I promise. Well, I think I'm going to play another song that Kat Moore is going to play on piano. Really excited to have the force that never sleeps in town here in Juneau, because she's just a magical, wizardy creature. She might be a witch, but she's on my team on Monday, so y'all get ready. This is a sad song, and it's a cowboy song. I wrote it in Texas, when you could still go to Texas and feel safe. When I die in this cabin, when the old cold comes for me, well, I embrace it as an old friend. Well, I turn around and flee, put another log on the fire, burn the candle to the wick, some comfort to keep before a long night's sleep, praying, Father, just another trick. And when I die in this cat house, dress me in my finest clothes, lay my body in dye, a sitka rose. To my mother I married rich. Tell my father I was lost at sea, but to suffer the fate at those pearly gates, praying mercy, mercy on me. And when I die in this hotel, when the last guest leaves for Nome, onward to a younger lover, or northbound believed to roam. Is this a prison or a palace? My underworld empire, in my best gown, in this old ghost town, praying heaven I'm your buyer. It's so hard to not smile after some of these songs, just because it's so good to be playing music again for people, and the breathing of singing, and just dogs. It's great to hug dogs, other people's dogs. Dogs don't judge you. They're just happy to be there. Okay, I'm gonna play one more song. It's another mining song. I've been real obsessed with the history of the Klondike Gold Rush and the stories that haven't been told. So for the last 3 years, that's what I've been doing and reading and living and breathing in. But every town has its own boom and bust kind of story. And I feel like that's happened over and over again here in Alaska and here in Juneau. Some of the scariest stories I ever read were in Bjorn Deely's book about the Treadwell mine, and sometimes the facts are scarier than the ghosts. So this is another mining song, a real bright, happy one, and a classic by Tennessee Ernie Ford, 16 Tons. Some people say a man is made out of mud. Others say made out of muscle and blood.
muscle and blood and skin and bone, a mind that's so weak and a back that's strong. I was born one morning, it was drizzling rain. Trouble and fighting were my middle name. I was raised in a cage break by an old mama line. Ain't no high-toned woman make me walk the line. Those 16 done, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. I was born one morning, the sun didn't shine. Picked up my shovel and I walked to the mine. I loaded 16 tons and number 9 coal. The drive-by said, well, bless my soul. You load 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. And if you see me coming, you better step aside. A lot of men didn't, and a lot of men died. One fist of iron, the other of steel. If the right one don't catch you, then the left one will. Those 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. Thank you guys so much.
All right. Annie Bartholomew. Annie Bartholomew, Annie B, as we know her. I'm Riley Woodford. I'm going to be the host tonight. I would like to thank Keith Giles, who's doing our sound tonight as well. So Annie's from Juneau, but she went to school up in Fairbanks, and when she was up there, she met Dan Furman, and he will be our next act, so he'll be coming up and playing. And Dan Furman, Gwitch Jaje Gwitchin.
Did it.
That means that he is from Fort Yukon, and he is of the Gwitchin tribe. He taught me that little phrase just a few minutes ago. And so I'm so glad she brought him down. I saw him a few years ago. He played down at the Rendezvous for a set of music, and it was really nice. And I'm super glad that when we put out the word that we were looking for people to play and inviting people to come and play, a lot of musicians were like, I would love to play, but I'm so rusty. And some people were even kind of like, I'm scared about going back out in public and playing in front of people. And bands, there are bands that some of them even kind of sequestered together and have been playing together and writing songs, but they're still like, well, I don't know if we could go out. I mean, people will be watching us. And then there's other people that were like, bring it on, I want to go. And it was so we really appreciate that people were willing to come out and play and kind of break the ice. And so it's a pleasure to have the opportunity too, and want to thank Brad Perkins and Karen Perkins for making this possible and sort of setting up this entire Juneau Live studio and giving us the opportunity to try this kind of thing. So thank you. These wireless mics, you hold them and they have the little thing. I'm used to the little button on the bottom. But you really don't want to leave them on and then leave the room, because you can imagine where that goes. No, it's good. It's good. We're getting April's doing our stage crew. She actually sang last week. She did stage crew, and then she was invited to jump up and sing a song with Luke Weld and Karen Larson. So that was pretty cool. Always nice when the stage crew gets to perform as well. Yeah. Feels good to get out in public, isn't it? Daniel Furman, please give him a big hand.
You guys missed it while he was doing an introduction. I was just, don't be scared, don't be scared, don't be scared, don't be scared. Don't say swear words. I'm Daniel Furman from Fort Yukon, in between there and Fairbanks, mostly Fort Yukon. I only go to Fairbanks because you have to go there to get to Fort Yukon. So I'm going to play some songs, and I found the best way to do this is get through the first one. Then I won't be nervous. So, I don't want to start with that. I'm going to start with one I know I can play. Also, I was dared to wear a tank top in a church. And then I chose to wear the hat. I love you. I practiced this song today, listening to Kendrick Lamar. I don't know if you guys are familiar with his lyrics, but a lot of those words I was told not to say here today. Actually, I stopped for a while and I was like, how many swears do I know? And then I just realized I had to start counting on my toes, so I didn't do it. Don't forget why we wake at night. And don't forget why we take our time. And when the darkness falls, lay your head next to mine. And when that rooster crows, I'll be yours in the sunshine. When we wrote this song, I was so sad. I wrote, instead of writing Carrie, I wrote the girl's name Carrie. Don't go to Fairbanks in the winter. Also, don't talk during your set. When it all is gone, I will be there, and the things we've done, the moments that we share, carry this with you, my little darling, 'cause it always catches up to you. Did you see where I said Carrie? Don't forget why we watch the tide. And don't forget all those lonely nights. And when the darkness falls, lay your head next to mine. And when that rooster crows, I'll be yours in the sunshine. When it all is gone, I will be there in the winter sun. The moments that we share, carry this with you, my little darling, 'cause it always catches up to you. Man. Whew. I don't know if any of you guys live next to roosters, but as soon as I said when the rooster crows, I just slipped because I was like, there's a rooster next door. It doesn't know what time of day it is. It's morning. Is it night? It tells me when to go to bed. It's like 9:30, and it's like, go to bed. So it's kind of good. It's kind of a good thing, honestly. I promised Kat, she's coming up later, I'd play this song. I kind of wanted to end on it, but I'm gonna do that. This song, yeah. Actually, Kat was around when I wrote this song. I think people were a little bit scared for me sometimes. I was using a chainsaw singing it one time. I was like trying to write it, and my friend was throwing rocks at me. Okay. He was like, I'm not gonna walk up to that guy singing this sad song. He's got a chainsaw in his hands. Okay, we'll start it. How do I really know if goodbye is what's right? Is this for a moment or the end of our lives? Well, I try not to hide all these feelings inside, to push back the pain and lay down my pride. But when you've got nothing, you've lost everything that's true. And I had everything right in front of you. Where do I find a place I can be with my friends when they're with their lovers and I don't fit in? Where do I find a place not to feel all alone? And it's hard to fight these feelings all on my own, to not look back for a love that's gone. But when you've got nothing, you've lost everything that's true. And I had everything right in front of you. Where do I find the strength to get up every day, to put on my boots, to start walking away? Well, I fight for the air to keep breathing in here, to push you away when I want you so near, to ease my pain and settle my fears, to tell the truth and be sincere that I've got nothing left to lose. And I had everything right in front of you. Well, I don't know what to do, but I must do it soon, to ease my heart and to tend to my wounds. Well, I'll lock this door, I won't pick up my phone. I'm gonna cut this off and I won't leave my home. I'll keep moving forward to right what I've wrong, 'cause I've got nothing left to lose. And I had everything, and I'll keep on loving you. Awkward silence. And here we are, down in Juneau. I totally lied to that girl when I wrote that song. This song is about, actually, it's from Foam, and it's about, there's a bar called the Marlin. It's like the Alaskan, but a little grittier, and it's in a basement. I think it's grittier. Don't touch the floor, because one time someone dropped $1 as a tip, and I was like, I'm not picking that up, no way. But here we go. It's called Around the Room, and it's about a story I made up for a writing project. Okay, let's see if I can do this. I don't think it's gonna work on this guitar. you know I wanna know you, and I hope you wanted to dance your dance so gracefully around this room so clumsily. Oh, I wanna know you, and I hope you wanted to. Oh, you can sing, oh, you can dance. I don't think I'd stand a chance, for I wouldn't know what to do, and I wanna know you. One more song, please, one more dance. Please don't leave, just take my hand outside. Someone's calling for you. A car, I can hear the tune, and I wanna know you, and I hope you wanted to. It's a tough one. I'm out of shape. We gotta play more shows. All of us. Man, I'm even getting nervous before shows. So weird. Okay, this song, another writing project from a long time ago. It's called Call Me What You Want. Actually, when I put it on a CD, my friends were like, wait, do I get to name it? I was like, no! No, that's what the name is. We need more shows. I never have been much of a man. I did all I can, but I'm not. I never could steal, but I took all I can. I'll take it again if you like. Sometimes it gets the best of me. Just gets in the way. Sometimes it just takes everything to make nothing change. I never have been much of a friend. I did what I can when I'd like. I like their playing this in a church. They said I once was lost, but now I am found, but I'm never around when you lie. Sometimes this gets the best of me, just gets in the way. Sometimes it just takes everything to make nothing change. Sometimes this gets the best of me, just gets in the way. Sometimes it just takes everything to make nothing change. That's why you all need to go get your vaccinations. I'm Daniel. I think that's my last song. I'm pretty sure. I was told I can quote you guys some Kendrick Lamar if you like, but I signed a paper saying I wouldn't say all those bad words. So. Okay. Thank you so much for having me. You all have a good night.
Daniel Furman from Fort Yukon and now of Juneau. Thank you so much for playing. I'm gonna introduce Brad Perkins. He's gonna talk a little bit about our sponsor, Alaska Music One, that makes this has made this show possible. Do you have your own mic, or you?
My own mic. And if the owner of Alaska Music One, oh yeah, look at that, beautifully turned my mic on. So yeah, first of all, we're going to take a picture. We're going to turn the camera. There he is down there working the soundboard tonight. So I want to talk a little bit about our sponsorship tonight and why this is called Alaska Music One Presents. It's a great partnership that the studio has with Alaska Music One. If you've not been to Keith Giles' store, you should definitely visit it. Actually, I embarrassingly was here for like almost 2 years before I even knew the store was there, because it's a little bit hard to find. Would you say it's a little hard to find? It's on the curve where the airport is, off of Egan Highway. So it's between the AT&T store and where Domino's is and Juneau Pizza is. And so it doesn't exactly have a sign in front of it. It says right now, I think it has the old name of the music store in it, but it is an amazing store. And so if you get a chance, you should go visit. If you're playing an instrument or you're thinking of playing an instrument, you should go. If you use sound equipment, you should go. It is the Juneau's premier store. And so I strongly advise you go visit Keith. He's a wealth of knowledge. His other employee in there is our production director tonight, Paul McDermott, who is also my drum teacher, teaching me to play the drums. And they also have in there that's the Haskey sisters who are teaching strings. And so it's just a fantastic store, and I really strongly suggest you go play there. We are soon going to have a commercial we'll actually put in here that'll actually have a commercial that'll show you this store. So we're working on getting that done. But Keith is providing much of the equipment we use in here, as well as paying for a lot of the people that work in here, besides all the volunteers in here. So I want to thank Keith again for being the sponsor of this of this series. At our next break, we're going to have Pastor Karen Perkins come in here and talk about why the church, Resurrection Lutheran, is doing this studio and what our outreach program is and all that. And so I'm going to mention a little bit about where this series is going. So we've done our second week. We're going to take a hiatus next week, so there'll be no show next week. And that's partly because Pastor Karen and I have to go to the ordination of one of our church members from Hawaii. But the following week, we're going to do 3 more shows. And so if you're feeling like you want to play and that you've been inspired by this, contact Keith Giles or me, and you can go to the website, juneaulive.org. There's a place to sign up there, and there's emails there. You can contact us. And we're looking to book the thing. We've got people already booking to do it. We've got some really exciting things like Gamble and the High Cost of Living is going to take an entire show, which will be really exciting because they practice in here, and they are amazing if you've not heard them play. As well as a number of other groups are planning to play in those next 3 Fridays. And then we're going to see what's going to happen after that. We're definitely coming back in the fall, even if we don't continue on in through the summer. And so really exciting things. Also, we have a lot of programming on our YouTube channel. And I forgot to mention this last week. We would like you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. So if you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Because right now our YouTube channel is YouTube/Z. It's almost impossible to remember it, although you can find it just by searching for Juneau Live. But we're almost at 100. If we get to 100, then it'll give us YouTube/Juneau Live. So please hit the subscribe button, and that'd be really great to do that. We have lots of programming on here. We have other shows, including Polaris House Show, Erica Lee's Open House, and we have the Wildflower Sandy at the Wildflower Court show, as well as we're starting another worship show on Sunday nights. So check out our channel, and thank you for joining us tonight. I'll give you back to Riley and to do the next introduction. Thank you.
Thanks, Brad. Brad Perkins. Well, our next performer has recorded, 6, 7 albums? 11 albums, maybe a few more than 7. 11 albums. She is a prolific songwriter and performer. Please welcome Marian Call.
There we go.
You've come to your journey's end. You followed your heart, my friend, but your heart steered you wrong. Too bad it took this long, 'cause you've traveled so far, chasing the wrong star. I know you feel misled, but I stand by what I said. There are no penguins here. There are no penguins here. You've come the wrong way, I fear. Hang a left at the docks. No, there are no penguins here. There are no penguins here. Not in the last frontier. Sorry, wrong hemisphere. I miss the tourists, so I thought I'd just sing a little something for them. Babe, I know when you book that cruise, it's easy to get confused by all those pictures of ice and snow and those low-budget nature shows you've been watching, baby. But there are no penguins here. There are no penguins here. No, no penguins, no penguins, no. Oh, oh, oh. There are no penguins here. You've been deceived, my dear, but wipe away those tears and journey on, 'cause at the world's other end, you'll find your penguin friends. We can help show you where. Follow your dream if you dare, and when you make it there, watch out for polar bears.
Thank you very much. You are here on a historic day. I have performed well over 1,000 shows in all 50 states, in Europe, in Canada, and this is the first time I've ever played guitar for myself in front of people, and it's terrifying. So, not helped by the stage lights deciding that we're just going to change tuning between every song. You behave, B string. All right, that's close enough. Yes, I am new to guitar, and so this is very exciting. I am not new to singing, I'm not new to songwriting, but this is all new, so I thought I would play a song called All New, which is from my 50 States tour in 2010. I thought I would probably try and write songs that had eventually all the states in them. This one has, I don't know, 6 or 7, but it's focused on all the states with new in their name. So New Mexico, New York, New Hampshire, and New Jersey. And for good measure, references to Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and yeah, so you get the idea. I dreamed this dream. That's not how I ought to start a song, but tag along. Sometimes the tried cliches are true, and there were you, all mysterious and smooth, wrapped in riddles worth a little scar or two. So I opened up. Might not be new for most of you, but listen up. Some of us are more repressed than others, and we try. We experiment from time to time. So I thought I'd dream of being dreamed of. Thought I'd pine for a time. But I woke up in New Mexico, running with my palms wide open and my heart shut tight. And my heart shut tight. I woke up over Joshua Tree, stars all poking fun of me, and my heart shut tight, and my heart shut tight, my heart she tried. Oh, I wanna make my home in these poor bones and shake the New York lonely heart for me. Never you mind. You are the ditch I tumbled into, running blind. Drive my caution, stop my watching, and for what? I slept right through the truth of us, but don't you fret, you bear no fault. I just slipped up, just tripped up, and it's hell to pay. I'm bound for Concord, and I'm conquered, I'm betrayed. I'll point my bleeding nose back north where I belong. Rocky Mountains point me home. I really hate my coming late by what you knew all along. It's in every damn love song. Your rocks are colder, your coast is older, but the names are all new, all new, all new. And I woke up under turning trees, Jersey raining leaves on me, and my heart shut tight against the Orleans night. I woke up on Montana roads, bleeding hard and dogged by hope, and my heart shut tight, and my heart shut tight. My heart, she tried so hard to do like humans do, to fall a little fall, to dream a dream or two. I'll fly back across the plains again and perch a humbled spell, and come back for the merry times when I have learned my lesson well. You guard your own, you stay awake. House makes the rules, house wins the game. You guard your own, you stay awake. House makes the rules, house wins the game. You guard your own, you stay awake. The house makes the rules, and the house wins the game. I woke up in New Mexico, running with my palms wide open and my heart shut tight. And my heart shut tight. I woke up over Joshua Tree, 29 palms mocking me, and my heart shut tight. And my heart shut tight. I woke up in New Mexico, knew exactly how we'd go, and my heart shut tight. And my heart shut tight. I woke up over Joshua Tree, stars all poking fun at me, and my heart shut tight. My heart shut tight, my heart she tried. Oh, I wanna make my home in these poor bones and shake the New York lonely off of me.
Thank you so much. I'm trying not to say sorry. I'm learning to not say sorry and just say thank you. So thank you very, very much for being here for this, for my very first baby steps. I appreciate my accompanists so very much now, including the amazing Laura Zahasky, who teaches at Alaska Music One. I made a record like a few days before the lockdown started and released it during quarantine. So we didn't get to have a release party or anything. So I'm going to play you a song from that record. Unfortunately, the record is called Swears, and the songs in it are suited to the last 4 years and the last year in particular. We'll do the family-friendly version tonight, but it's also a punk record. My first and only punk record. It was a heck of a lot of fun to make. It's not going to sound that way today, so we'll do the mellow acoustic version of one of my songs. This is called Blanket Forts, and I hope I do it good. I'm going to intro for just a second until I get back in the groove of a new chord progression, because they're all the same. It's just you keep doing the same things in a different order. It's very confusing. Hang on. That's better. Okay. It's very flipping hard to see the gosh darn point today. I feel like eating something microwaved and blowing off all of my appointments. Oh, I don't have a song for this or a plan. I got a blanket fort to hide in. And it don't offer much protection, but baby, if you want, you can join it. Oh, 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 'cause I like you, and if I don't always like me, well, at least you do. Do, 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 do. I like you, and it smells like something's burning, but at least we do. Do, 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 do. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh, oh. Remembering the days when we were scared of sharks and quicksand. Now the smoky summer haze has got us bracing for the wasteland. Oh, there is not a song for this or a plan, only blanket forts to hide in. They don't offer much protection, but baby, hold my hand, 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 'cause I like you, and if I don't always like me, well, at least you do. Do, 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 do. I like you, and it smells like something's burning, but at least we do. Do, 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 do. I like you, and if you don't always like you, well, I promise to. Do, 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 do. I like you, and when everything is burning, well, at least we
later, but you get the idea. Thank you. I have been learning how to do this thing, sort of. One of my first goals was to learn to play a whole album that I love, and that album was The Milk-Eyed Mender by Joanna Newsom, which is sort of a songwriter holy grail that very few people outside of really weird songwriters know, but it's an incredible record. So I'm going to do a song from that I have been working on. This is called The Book of Right On. It's old now. Jesus, like 20 years old now. You behave. Behave. It'll be better, I promise. I'm jealous of you all, Annie and Daniel, who can banter while tuning. I'll get there, but I'm very, very proud of you for learning that. Okay, here goes. We should shine a light on the book I write on, it was right on. Yeah, we should shine a light on the book I write on, it was right on. I killed my dinner with karate, kick it in the face, taste the body shallow. Work is the work that I do. Do you wanna sit at my table? Oh, my fighting fame is fabled, and fortune find me fit and able. And you do say, oh, that you do parade, oh, and you say that you're okay. Do you wanna run with my pack? Do you wanna ride on my back and pray that what you lack does not distract? 'Cause even when you run through my mind, something else is in front or behind, and I don't have to remind. I'm gonna get this one. I am. Even when you run through my mind, something else is in front or behind, and I don't have to remind you to stick to your kind. And you do say, oh, that you do parade, oh, and you say that you're okay. Even when you touch my face, you know your place. And even when you touch my face, you know your place. And we should shine a light on the book I write on, it was right on. Oh, we should shine a light on the book I write on, it was right on.
Thank you so much. I'm going to do one more tune and then get out the way for our good friends Miguel and Cat Moore, the forest that never sleeps. Oh, drinking water hazard. Sometimes it makes it worse. This is a song I wrote and haven't had time to really record properly or anything, just because it's been, a year off of doing that stuff for the most part. But it's about being out and about in downtown Juneau and the feeling you get from wandering around and just seeing, oh, this person and that person, the incidental people you kind of... The incidental people that you see. The incidental people that you see around town and make you decide to sort of change your plans spur of the moment. Like one of the things I look forward to eventually when it is time, when it is safe, is going out without a battle plan, going out and being able to change plans spontaneously and go along with different people than you thought and not have to figure out where you're going to use a restroom. Yeah, eventually I look forward to that. But this is kind of an ode to one of my favorite parts of Juneau life and how we all... one of the things I had to get used to when I moved here, there was this guy, he tempted me down, when I moved here almost 10 years ago now, I was amazed that everyone just kind of has to live in the same little morass with all their exes and all the, and all their exes' kids and all these people they've had past drama with, and it's just you have to coexist, and sometimes there are people you have to work with again, and that's just how it is, and living in that stew has a few effects, but one of them is that you have to have a certain amount of respect for people because you're going to have to deal with them again. So, and that's one of the things I like about community. So I was just thinking about, you have good and bad relationships with people in a long enough time span, they go up and down and up and down. And this song is a little bit about walking around town and seeing all those folks and having all those thoughts. It's called Franklin in Front, where the clock is. Tired-eyed people everywhere, and these ones here I know, pinballing around my little 10-horse town, piling bar stools high with coats. Where'd we plan to land tonight, and what are we gonna eat? There's a band in town, there's a birthday party, there's a pallet fire out on the beach. Oh, I dreamed I'd live in a small enough town I could walk by all the bar windows and find the ones I love and join them if I want. I dreamed I'd live in a small enough world I could roll up any time of night to a candle lit for me and a kettle warm for tea. Oh, 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 oh. Probably it's the best it gets to sit like this with the ones who've let us down and lift us, living in each other's pockets with the things we hold and the things we've dropped. The circle shifts a tiny bit to make room for my poor feet to fit on this crooked floor. We've all tripped over, we know the steps by heart. And we're not all right, but we're all here, and I saved a spot for you, my dear, so tell me all about it. I'll take a drop of doubt and down it. Oh, we're not all right, but we're all in, and I'll talk you through that thing again till you say goodnight at the corner clock and walk. dreamed I'd live in a small enough town I could walk by all the bar windows and find the ones I love and join them if I want. I had dreamed I'd live in a small enough world I could roll up any time of night to a candle lit for me and a kettle warm for tea. I dreamed I'd live in a small enough world I could walk by all the bar windows and find the ones I love and join them if I want. I had dreamed I'd live in a small enough world I could roll up any time of night to a candle lit for me and a kettle warm for tea. Oh, 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 oh. Thank you so much. Thank you, Juneau Live. Thank you, Riley.
Thank you, Marion Call. The first time I saw Marion play, she played in a manual typewriter as an instrument, and it's actually quite musical if you think about it. I helped her tune it a little bit, and kind of bring out some of the nuances and the return and all of that. And so yeah, it's great to see her playing guitar. So many of you know this space, Resurrection Lutheran Church, has been the home to Gold Street Music for the last 13 or 14 years. And it's funny that a concert series would be called Gold Street Music when it's not on Gold Street. But the concerts originally started over at Holy Trinity, and then when that church in McFeeters Hall burned to the ground, the concerts moved over here. So every winter from October to March, the first Saturday of the month, there's a concert here with 5 or 6 acts, and so this has kind of become a really appreciated concert venue, and now it's gone way beyond that, in fact, to become more than that. So do you want the microphone? Here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I have a mic.
Oh, you have a mic. So Karen Perkins, please tell us a little bit about this.
Thank you. So grateful for everybody who's here, and thank you, Riley. We are just privileged to have had Gold Street here. There are also a number of groups that have been rehearsing here for years. And one of the things that I think all of us have learned this year is how much we need each other. And we as a congregation at Resurrection Lutheran Church are committed to feeding the community, which includes feeding the minds and hearts of the community. And there are so many gifted people in our community who are just overflowing with love to share and gifts to share. And there are so many people in our community who are isolated that we would like to also be able to share in those gifts. So we're just super grateful for the opportunity to host these concerts and for the other programs that we're able to host here. We are encouraging people, if you haven't already been encouraged to subscribe. We're encouraging people to come in as studio audience. If your community organization is looking for a venue, check out the Juneau Live website and see if maybe there's an opportunity for you to connect with other people with some gift, some program, some need that can be met through this studio. We're just really grateful, and also you can donate online if you like. So again, thank you very much. I'm Pastor Karen Perkins, and speaking for Resurrection Lutheran Church, we celebrate all these gifts in Juneau. Thank you, Riley.
Thank you. So, coming up next, it is my great pleasure to introduce a friend of mine, Miguel Rohrbacher, who has been playing mostly country music, as you can tell by the shirt. And I was so glad that he was able to play tonight because, like I said, a lot of people were kind of going back and forth about being able to play or coming down, and he was one of the first people that said, absolutely, I would love the chance to play. So we'll have Miguel up, and then Kat will play, and we'll kind of move over to the piano. And are you going to play guitar too, a little bit? No, just piano? Okay, cool. There's so much I could say. I think I'm better off just not like over introducing you.
It's my first time playing the guitar just like Marion, so be nice, everybody.
It's a second time, actually.
I was actually pretty amazed I was like, for your first time playing guitar that was pretty darn good. So
Yeah.
lower your expectations. Marion's pretty great. So, yeah.
All right. Please, Miguel Rohrbacher.
There we go. All right. So I want to thank everybody for coming in our studio audience of thousands here. You can't see on the camera or on the streaming, but there's like 10,000 people in a very quiet crowd, right? It's amazing. It's like anyway, it's pretty great, and I want to thank the crew for putting this together. This is when Riley had let's give it up for the crew. All right. I feel like we need those signs that say like clap or laugh like in a TV studio. Excellent, Riley. That's great. So when Riley asked me to do this, I was flattered, and I was thinking kind of more of like Gold Street music, which is you've got a chair and you're in Resurrection Lutheran, and then you come in here and it's like a full-on studio with lights, and it's pretty amazing. So thank you very much for the opportunity, and I'm going to play a few songs. This first song I'm going to play is, listening to country music, there's a million songs about Hank Williams. There's just a million songs. Everybody writes a song about Hank Williams. But my favorite one is one written here in Juneau by the late Buddy Tabor, who played Gold Street music quite a bit. And he wrote it, and I think he wrote it for Art Johns, who was a musician, a Tagish and Tlingit cowboy from up in the Yukon. He wrote this song for him, and right after Art died, this song just got stuck in my head. I don't think I had listened to it in years, but the song got stuck in my head, and I kept thinking about it. So I went and learned it during the pandemic, and this song's called "The Ghost of Hank Williams." Cowboy hat, cowboy shoes, Grand Ole Opry, sing the lovesick blues. Strum on your guitar, now you're going fast. This tragic way of life could not last. Cold, cold heart, down on the bayou. I can't help it if I'm still in love with you. But the ghosts of your songs, Lord, they still linger on in the shadows of our honky-tonk saloons. Empty bottles in a motel room, brand new photograph of a bride and groom. Write a few lines about your wedding day. Feel your cold heart start to slip away. Cold, cold heart down on the bayou. I can't help it if I'm still in love with you. But the ghosts of your songs, Lord, they still linger on the shadows of our honky-tonk saloon. Whiskey breath, Dr. Dope your veins. Put you in a Cadillac, put you on a train. Out on the road, driving all those miles. Too much pressure, drive a poor boy wild. Cold, cold heart, down on the bayou. I can't help it if I'm still in love with you. But the ghosts of your songs, Lord, they still linger on in the shadows of our honky-tonk saloon. That's where the fiddle break would be. New Year's Eve, West Virginia, winding road on a mountain steep. All that pain you had to suffer came to an end in that back seat. Cold, cold heart down on the bayou. I can't help it if I'm still in love with you. But the ghosts of your songs, Lord, they still linger on in the shadows of our honky-tonk saloon. In the shadows of our honky-tonk saloons. Thank you very much. It really is a treat to play with people and for people and not just in my living room. So this is fantastic. I guess we're in God's living room here in a different way. Yeah, a little bit different. All right. So this next song is, I guess I've kind of got a theme here. This next song is by a guy named Cal Smith, who he was a singer-songwriter in Washington State, and he was a Native American guy in Washington State, and then he released a song, and I think some people listened to it, and then Ernest Tubb picked it up, and it got kind of famous, and it's called When You Feel Like You're in Love. When you feel like you're in love, don't just stand there. When you see that moon above, don't just stand there. You gotta laugh, dance, and sing. You gotta give that gal a ring. When you feel like you're in love, don't just stand there. When the moon is shining bright any old Saturday night, if you're not having fun, then maybe you're out with the wrong one. When you feel like you're in love, don't just stand there. If you feel that moon above, don't just stand there. You gotta laugh, dance, and sing. You gotta give that gal a ring. If you feel like you're in love, don't just stand there. Same run. When you feel like you're in love, don't just stand there. When you see that moon above, don't just stand there. You gotta laugh, dance, and sing. You gotta give that gal a ring. When you feel like you're in love, don't just stand there. When the moon is shining bright any old Saturday night, if you're not having fun, then maybe you're out with the wrong one. If you feel like you're in love. There's a second verse that I know. When you feel like you're in love, hold her tighter. And the moon and stars above will all seem brighter. You gotta laugh, dance, and sing. You gotta give that gal a ring. When you feel like you're in love, hold her. When you feel like you're in love, don't just stand there. Thank you. And I'm actually, unlike Marion, I'm working on apologizing more, so I'm sorry for that. Sorry for that. But it's good. It's growth, you know. That's what we're doing. All right. This next song is by Willie Nelson. All right. It's legal. All right. In the right key. Sorry about that. So banter while I'm capoing, and how about this COVID? It's novel. Everybody have a good pandemic? Everybody? Let's just check this real quick. It's funny, you play and you practice and you practice and you practice and still make mistakes, and that's part of the deal, I guess. It's F sharp. All right. Well, I gotta get drunk, and I sure do dread it, 'cause I know just what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spend my money, call everybody honey, and wind up singing the blues. Spend my whole paycheck on some old wreck, and brother, I can name a few. Well, I gotta get drunk, and I sure do dread it, 'cause I know just what I'm gonna do. Well, I gotta get drunk and I can't stay sober. There's a lot of good people in town who wanna see me holler, see me spend my dollar, and I wouldn't think of letting them down. There's a lot of doctors that'll tell me that I better start to slowing it down. Well, there's more old drunks than there are old doctors, so I guess we'd better have another round. I gotta get drunk and I sure do dread it, 'cause I know just what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spend my money, call everybody honey, and wind up singing the blues. Let's probably check on some old wreck, and brother, I can name a few. Well, I gotta get drunk and I sure do dread it, 'cause I know just what I'm gonna do. Thank you. And I was practicing in the library, and I noticed, I guess not enough, but I was in the library and I noticed there's a wall of like Alcoholics Anonymous and Al-Anon pamphlets. So after I was singing that song, I was like, well, maybe I should refer people. If in the library there are some pamphlets, if that song is speaks to your life. Anyway, I just wanted to put that out there as a PSA. It's right over there. Yeah. So, an album I listened to a lot this summer is or not this summer. I've been thinking of the whole year as kind of a vacation summer because I've been living in my house. It's been like a vacation, extended vacation. But anyway, this album I listened to is the Doc Watson Family, and I'd never heard this album before. And then, I saw it one day and I started listening to it, and I just listened to it all year long. It's just all these songs on it are fantastic. So there's one song that kind of stuck in my head, and that's what I'm going to play. It's called "I'm Troubled" by Doc Watson. But I was around town. Somewhere I was talking to somebody and I mentioned Doc Watson, and the guy I was talking to was like, "Oh, Doc Watson's my second cousin." And I was like, "Really?" And he was like, "Yeah." And then I pulled up the photo of the album, and he was like, "Oh yeah, that's my aunt right there." So anyway, talking to people on Franklin Street, it's right there. So a tune again. But it really is quite amazing. Like, they have this set up in the back like it's like Madison Square Garden. There's like, everything's labeled. It's just, anyway. Thank you very much to the crew again. And the stage management by April is just fantastic. Our meeting is a pleasure and party. Our meeting is a pleasure and parting is grief, but a false-hearted lover is worse than a thief. A thief will but rob you and take what you save, but a false-hearted lover will put you in the grave. I'm troubled, I'm troubled, I'm troubled in mind. If trouble don't kill me, Lord, I'll live a long time. A grave will decay you and turn you to dust. Not a girl in a million that a poor boy can trust. She'll hug you and kiss you and tell you more lies than the cross ties on the railroad or the stars in the sky. I'm troubled, I'm troubled, I'm troubled in mind. If trouble don't kill me, Lord, I'll live a long time. I'm going to Georgia, I'm going to Rome, I'm going to Georgia for to make it my home. Gonna build me a cabin on a mountain so high where the wild birds and the turtle doves can hear my sad cries. I'm troubled, I'm troubled, I'm troubled in mind. If trouble don't kill me, Lord, I'll live a long time. Thank you. So this penultimate song I'm going to sing here is, I think it's penultimate, right? Anyway, the second to last song I'm going to sing is by Townes Van Zandt, and it's about the Raton Pass in New Mexico. And actually, it's a really significant song to me because my mom's family, my whole family has been in New Mexico for forever, and or at least for a really long time. And my grandma's from Raton, New Mexico. So when my parents first heard Buddy Tabor sing this song as a cover of Townes Van Zandt, they were like, wow, Raton, New Mexico, how many songs are there about that? And he actually made a tape of him singing the song for my grandma, and my mom sent it to him. So somewhere out there's a tape of that. And then for Christmas, my wife got me a a guitar strap here, and actually on the guitar strap is the train going through the Raton Pass right here. So anyway, so this song's important to me for that reason. It's called "Snowin' on Raton" by Townes Van Zandt. Make sure I'm where I'm supposed to be. And I think that's part of the fun of this, is tuning between every single song. It's good enough. All right. Oh, when the wind don't blow in Amarillo, and the moon along the Gunnison don't rise, shall I cast my dreams upon our love, babe, and lie beneath the laughter of your eyes? Well, mother thinks the road is long and lonely. Little brother thinks the road is straight and fine. Little darling thinks the road is soft and lovely. I'm thankful that old road's I'm thankful that old road's a friend of mine. It's snowing on Raton. Come morning, I'll be through them hills and gone. Oh, bid the years goodbye, you cannot steal them. You cannot turn a circle around the sun. Oh, you cannot count the years until you feel them. And you cannot hold a lover who is gone. It's snowing on Raton. Come morning, I'll be through them hills and gone. Well, tomorrow the mountains will be sleeping, silent neath the blanket blue and bare. I shall hear the silence they are keeping, and I'll bring all their promises to you. It's snowing on Raton. Come morning, I'll be through them hills and gone. It's snowing on Raton. Come morning, I'll be through them hills and gone. Thank you. And the last song I'm going to sing, they told me to cue the one that is the last song. So this is the last song I'm going to sing. It's a song I learned a couple weeks ago, and I love it. I don't know who wrote it, but I know the Louvin brothers sang it. So it would, like anything else, sound better maybe with a mandolin and another person, but here we are next year. It's called "I Need the Prayers of Those I Love," so I figure we're in a church. We'll end with a churchy one. I need the prayers of those I love, while traveling on this rugged way, that I may true and faithful be to walk with Jesus every day. I want my friends to pray for me, to pray, prepare my tempted heart above, and intercede to God for me. I need the prayers of those I love. I want my friends to pray for me, to hold me on the wings of faith, that I may walk the narrow way, to live in our Father's grace. I want my friends to pray for me, to bear my tempted heart above, and to intercede to God for me. I need the prayers of those I love. I want my friends to pray for me, to bear my tempted heart above, and intercede for God for me. Oh, I need the prayers of those I love. I need the prayers of those I love. Thank you very much.
Miguel Rohrbacher. Miguel is on the board of the Alaska Folk Festival, and he helped put on the event this year, which was, virtual largely, and many of the acts were filmed here and pre-recorded here with some of the same crew working and putting this on so that then we could put it out there with the help of with the help of Corbin. So, Corbin, come here. Come here. Right. We got some sheep for you back here that you need to herd. Come on, they're over here. Go get them. Go get them. Yeah. So these dogs are so smart. He knows a million commands except for come and sit and stay. So if you're ever in Anchorage, you might see an act called The Forest That Never Sleeps. And that would feature a woman named Kat Moore, who has come down. She's a friend of Annie's, and Annie passed the invitation on to come and perform, and it just happened that it was time when she was going to be down here, so we're really fortunate that she was able to come down and play and be a part of the show tonight. And thank you all for coming down and being with us tonight. This will be the last of the performers tonight, and I guess we'll take a break, and then there'll be, in a couple of weeks, we'll have more music coming up, and there's hopes to have 2 or 3 acts going into June as well on Friday nights for the Alaska Music One Presents Juneau Live Concert Series. And in the fall, I'm sure we'll have Gold Street picking back up again, and we'll have the monthly Gold Street concerts here as well. I may get a haircut. And we'll see what happens, It's like we're coming back, we're easing back into normal life now, and it's really cool to be able to start out with an enormous studio audience of 10,000 people in a green room that rivals Madison Square Garden, and Kat Moore playing piano. So thank you very much. Please welcome Kat Moore. Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me. It's really a treat to be here on so many levels. Playing music is an absolute gift. Hearing music is an absolute gift. Being with our community is an absolute gift. So I kind of feel like I should actually be playing Happy Birthday right now because it feels sort of like a birthday because there's been so many gifts tonight. But I'll start out with a tune called Rivulets. This is for Juneau and all of your gray skies and your beautiful rains. Rivulets run into a rainstorm. Rivulets go to the sea. Run like water. Flowing down the eaves. Won't you wash yourself clean in those rains as they fall? Oh, if these walls could speak, all those histories they'd see. When the blue above is hidden, and the clouds they rumble nigh, we await their glorious showers. As those tears fall from the sky, won't you wash yourself clean in those rains as they fall? Forest lush and evergreen, forest lush and growing tall. Won't you wash yourself clean in those rains as they fall? Or if these walls could speak, all those histories they'd see. Rivulets run into a rainstorm. Rivulets go to the sea. Thanks so much, everyone. I do want to take a moment to say thank you so much to our studio audience in-house. Give it up for the people at home. Let them hear you. so great to play for people instead of houseplants or the internet. But for those of you who are watching on the internet, it's still so great to play for you too. So thank you so much. And you can give it up in these moments right now. Ready? Can you hear? I can hear. Anyway, it's so great to be here. And thank you so much to the crew and to the church for making this happen. It's such an awesome opportunity to just come share. So as we've been listening to the night progress, we've heard so many different styles of music, so many different timbres. And as a musician, I think that for me is the thing that makes me so thrilled. And the only thing that makes me more thrilled than the diversity of beautiful sounds is watching our friends grow. And tonight has been a night for that, man. Marion Call's first guitar night ever. So cool, so cool. As she was playing, I was thinking about this song that I want to share. It's called Late Bloomers. Because sometimes I'm like, man, how do I not know how to do stuff when I'm this old? I got this many wrinkles and this many gray hairs and there's still stuff. But I think it's less that we're late bloomers and more that we're people who love to continue to learn. So, Marion, congratulations on your guitar. It sounded beautiful, and it's so cool to see your friends just blossom into a new instrument. My arms must be growing shorter, for I do not seem to reach out much these days. And my heart must be growing harder, for each time it fires up, it gains a thicker glaze. Why do I cry to the pictures of golden retrievers I see on TV? I don't know. And my bones must be growing brittle, for I cannot seem to beat the daily grind. And my mind must be growing fickle, for it tires of the thrill of smoke and mirrors and lies. Why must we be such a mess when we learn to express after every new fall? Ooh, we're just late bloomers. Or we'll just be early to the grave. We're just late bloomers. Oh, we'll just be early to the grave. And my dreams must be growing vivid, for I cannot kid myself. They're seeming all too real. And my drive must be growing dried up, for I fear each time I start, I'm destined just to fail. Where did I take a wrong turn? I'm just wanting to learn how to change these old ways. Oh, I'm a late bloomer. To the grave. Oh, I'm a late bloomer. we'll all be piled to the grave. Thank you so much. I also just want to thank your community for believing and investing in beautiful pianos, this instrument. I know, it sounds crazy. You're like, this girl's clearly been in her house too long alone. I'm like, hello, it's so nice to... We're just going to take a moment over here. But truly, this is just such a cool opportunity to play something with so much sound and to share it with all of you. So thank you so much for that. This next tune is a tune called Embers, and it was written, actually, about something that occurred here in Juneau, but didn't happen to me. What happened was my friend was at the Alaskan bar. She might have had a little bit of wine, but I think really she was mostly very cognizant in the moment, and she fell in love at the Alaskan bar. At the Fairbanks Invasion years ago, she met her now husband, and he was like, hey, would you like to dance? And as soon as he put his hand on her, she was like, oh, and it just, the rest was history. And she told me about that story, and it reminded me of a time in my life when I had felt that same thing, and so this song was inspired by that. Unfortunately, hers and mine went different ways. But you'll hear that by the end of the song. This is called Embers. It's my pandemic slowdown song. I drove the road, remembering the snow. I never lived so slow back then. And when you've been riding hard and fast, the days are sweeter when the days last. Longing for more time. The stars above will always shine. Only one step at a time. Don't get ahead or you'll be tripping again. Dear friend, please stay. It's been so long since we could walk or share a hug or have a talk. Yes, stay till break of day. We'll laugh until the glow of glow. Get too messed up, won't make it home. Dear friend, dear friend, dear friend. Can you think back before the sky grew black? The stars of faintest twinkle in your eyes. I knew right then, remembering when the fire's embers burning, lightning up my spine. Sometime we'll be free of this force of electricity. Dear friend, it's the end. We must be cursed. Our poles reversed can't break when you only bend. These ligaments have grown too old, no longer can they flex or fold. I drove the road, remembering the snow. Batteries on 1% again. Thanks, y'all. Well, gotta shake out the emo first, you know. but now that we're here, we might as well have some fun. No, it's been so lovely. I'm gonna play you 2 more songs, and this next one is also a love song. It's about, you know, sometimes you fall in love, and then sometimes you have a falling out. And I promised myself many years ago, I'm a very soft romantic, and I love to write poetry and love songs and things like that. And so I decided that as a person who likes to be very vulnerable emotionally, you're gonna get your heart broken a lot. It's gonna happen, right? It's kind of like the same thing if you're like, I love to go skydiving. There's a large incident you might end up with broken bones. Just saying. I mean, I'm sure there's safety protocols, but there's not the same safety protocols in love. So you gotta kind of figure out all this stuff. Anyway, I was like, if you're gonna be heartbroken, you gotta do something to like make it worthwhile, right? Other than that whole great love part that happened that was really exciting and the stuff of humanity. But I figure if you're gonna be heartbroken, you should learn a new skill every time you're heartbroken. So I remember years ago I got heartbroken, and it was over the weekend of Salmon Fest down in Ninilchik, Alaska. And I was so heartbroken that I cried through at my friend's set, and I missed their show. And I was like, man, I feel really bad now. So I went back to my tent, and I was like, you must pay for this accident that you made. So I taught myself how to finger pick, and I wrote a song. Well, 2 years ago, we could just say, yeah, there was a falling out. Anyway, I got dumped. Anyway, it's okay. But I was like, I'm gonna write this song to empower myself, and I'm gonna learn how to do this cool lick that's like. That fun stuff. So that's a little bit of a Professor Longhair, Dr. John, New Orleans piano, so I'm gonna do my best to try and play it. It took about 2 years, and by the time that I learned how to play it, I thought I was like over it, and then I realized that I'm still not. But it's okay. This song's called Busted. Thanks for hanging out. I've been busted, I've been kicking it too hard. Now the trees are budding, birds are singing, and there's green grass in the yard. I wanted to love you, but it wasn't up to me. And now I'm casting my line, thankful there's so many fish in the sea. See you, it's true, somebody cast me a line. Thought these waves would wash on by, but there's still salt in my eyes, 'cause I just wanted you to be mine. Yes, I've been busted, I flew too close to the sun. Well, my eyes went blind, lost my direction, and my heart went so numb. Oh, it was terrible. Oh, I wanted to love you, but it wasn't up to me. Now I'm casting my line, thankful there's so many fish in the sea. Oh yes, I'm casting my line, thankful there's so many fish. Yes, I'm casting my line, thankful there's fish. Yes, I'm casting my line. Thankful there's so many fish. So many fish, big ones, little ones this big. So many fish in the sea. Fish on. Thanks, y'all. So I learned something else about Alaska, or so I've heard. Oh, thank you guys so much. I've heard that on Tinder there's even more fish. Like literally, I heard that you can, like, if you go fishing metaphorically, all the guys have fish in their pictures, so maybe that's like the thing. Anyway, but we didn't come here to talk about fishing, we came here to talk about music. So I'm gonna play us one last song tonight, and then I'm probably gonna go sigh a lot and hug all our friends. Maybe cry a little bit because it's so wonderful to be back making music. This song was written amazingly before pandemic, but it feels like an apropos way to sing about this year. This song is called Sugar or Salt. Is it sugar or is it salt? Either way, it ain't your fault. Days go by and I wondered when I could see your face again. Yes, I could see your face again. Now I play this old guitar. For the record, this is a piano, but we'll get there. Someone bashed in your old car. Plastic sheet over the rear. Tell me, why do we live in a world of fear? Why do we live in a world of fear? Time's been hard. Time's been hard on everyone. But we keep hanging on. We keep hanging on. We keep hanging on to sing our song. Well, they say life is bittersweet. Sometimes lemons are what we eat. But I know I'll make it through as long as I share my table with you. As long as I share my table with you. Thanks for sharing it with me tonight, you guys. So may your dreams be good when your days are not. And may we wake up thankful for what we've got. We may not have everything, but we got each other and we can sing. Yes, we got each other and we can sing. Time goes by, blink of an eye, and then it's gone. But we keep hanging on. We keep hanging on. We keep hanging on to sing our song. So this is what we call vamping in the piano world. I'm going to just do this while I tell you a story because it struck me as I was singing that right now. Then when I first wrote this song, I was sitting alone in my friend's house, and Mariah's house actually, playing Dan Furman's old guitar, that beautiful archtop K. I was like, I want to play all these songs. And then I tried to play it, and I was like, man, the action on this thing is high. I do not have tough enough fingers to do this. So I was like, but you know what? We can work with this. So I figured out that if I went like this, strums, 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 I could play a song on it. So I kept playing that song, you know? And when I did write this song, I remember sending it to you, Annie, and I think the line was, I keep hanging on to sing my song. And you said, no, Kat, you weirdo, you lonely weirdo. You didn't say that. You were like, Kat, that's a great song. But you said, what about we? It's kind of a song that we probably could all relate to. And then we could sing the song together, especially if you're talking about singing it together. So thank you for that. You took me out of that little bubble before bubbles even existed and brought me into the world. And then that served me very well over this last year. So now I'm going to ask one more favor of you and everyone here. I'm going to ask if we can sing it all together one last time. You be down for that? Okay, it's really easy. We keep hanging on. We keep hanging on. We keep hanging on to sing our song. No matter what I do with the hanging, I'm going to get weird and syllabic and melismatic, but you just keep hanging on, keep singing it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. We keep hanging on. We keep hanging on. We keep hanging on to sing our song. I didn't tell you I was going to make you sing it twice, but we're going to do it one more time. We keep hanging on. We keep hanging on. We keep hanging on to sing our song. Thank you for singing with me and having me here. Thank you so much again.
Kat Moore. Thank you all for coming down. Thanks so much for being here. Thank you for coming down, too. It's a pleasure having you in town. Yep,
I'd love to come back. And come to Anchorage. Visit us up there sometime.
we will.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can travel now. Actually, they have planes, and they're flying, and you can sit with other people and everything. Great. So I want to thank Brad Perkins and Karen Perkins for hosting this tonight, and everybody that worked on it. Thank you so much, Keith and Paul. Good night.
Can I stop recording here?